All right. So, hey guys. So we're going to go through a work-life balance kind of situation here. We're going to start basically with an intent exercise, and I'm going to go through our calendars again, because sometimes we kind of just shove it underneath the rug, and we kind of need to take a step back. All right, is this time that I'm waking up working for me as well? So first thing I want you to do is, and if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, you don't have to, or you can turn your cameras off, it's fine. But all you're going to do is sit there in your chair with a really straight back. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to take a 5-second deep breath in. So you're going to take deep breath in, 5 seconds, you're going to hold it for 5 seconds, and then you're going to breathe out for 5 seconds. And I want you to do that just for 30 seconds. And then just, if you can, keep your eyes shut, because it's going to just be like a 3-minute mini meditation. Now, if can everyone please put themselves on silent or on mute? Good. 3 seconds in, 5 seconds in, hold for 5 seconds, 5 seconds out. So we're just bringing the heart rate down very slightly. Good. All right, keep breathing, but just normal now. So through your nose, out through your mouth. Normal would be kind of like 3 seconds in and 3 seconds out. Just really relax your body, have your feet planted on the ground, hands by side, on your chair. Deep breath in, long exhale. Awesome. And now I want you to, as you've got you close your eyes, I want you to visualize what the next 3 to 4 months is going to look like for you. So you've already done your 90-day action plans. You should have already done that, completed it. You should be following it on a daily basis. So just visualize right now what next week's going to look like. What are the 5 action steps that you have to implement to get to where you the big picture? Good, awesome. And now I want you to visualize how you're going to feel once you accomplish that big goal. Is it hitting a certain revenue? Is it creating that business deal? Is it getting debt free? Whatever it is, how are you going to feel and what is it going to look like once you hit that target? And now I want you to visualize what you're going to do to celebrate that. What's it going to look like? How are you going to feel? Are you going to go on a trip? Are you going to go celebrate it with friends? You're going to have some food? I don't know. Where are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? And who are you going to do it with? Might just be by yourself, and that's fine. Awesome. All right. With your feet planted on the ground, very slowly open your eyes. Awesome. Alrighty, cool. So that's a really great visualization exercise that you can do every morning. You don't have to do it for very long. You can do it for 1 minute, you can do it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So doing that puts you in the perspective and puts you in the role of who you want to become, what you want to happen and how you want it to happen. And obviously the manifestation side of things comes from feeling what you want, right? So number 1 today, we're going to go through our calendars. So grab out your calendars right now. I'm not going to do it through my calendar because it's way too crazy. Awesome. So first thing you're going to do, is your wake up time working for you? Because if it's not, change it. If you're got your alarm set for 5 o'clock and you're waking up at 6 o'clock every morning, then change it. Something needs to change. So have a look at that. If it's not working, change it. Your nighttime routine, have a look at your bedtime. Are you going to bed at 10 o'clock and you're not getting to bed till probably 12 because you just can't sleep? Then maybe you need to switch your times around. When do you have the most energy? Is it at night? Because I suggest you wake up a little bit later and use that time efficiently. So we're just talking about wake up time and bedtime to start with. Do you need to change it? If not, leave it. Okie dokie. So workout times. How many times are you currently working out a week? How many times do you want to work out a week? So I want you to have a look at your calendar. If you've already got 4 days a week, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, and what times you're going to do it. So if you say, I'm going to work out at 7 a.m. every morning, 4 days a week, what days am I doing it? Is it in my calendar? If it's not, schedule it in. Most of you guys have already got this, so it shouldn't be an issue. But now what we're doing is just changing it to suit, obviously, different seasons of life. So everything will change throughout the year. We all know that. Things will happen. Your routine will change. And you want to try different routines as well to see what works for you. So pick your workout time, stick to it, and schedule it in. All right, let's talk about lunch break. If you're currently not having a proper lunch break, you need to. If working through it for your mindset and focus and productivity in the afternoon, it's not going to do you very good, and it's scientifically proven. So pick a time that you would usually have your lunch break. If it's not already in your calendar, put it in. Usually, most of you guys should already have this in, but we're changing it. If you're eating lunch at 1 o'clock instead of 12, then change the times. I suggest, 20 to 30 minutes. And what you want to do in those time blocks, you want to sit away from your desk, because we need to define the difference between eating at our desks, like your workspace is your workspace, your living room space is your living room space. I know a lot of you are working from home. If you work in the office, you don't eat at your desk. You go outside, get some fresh air. Change your environment. If you're working at the kitchen table, for example, go outside, go get some fresh air, or sit in a different room. It's when you start working out in the same room, eating in the same room, spending family time in the same room, working in the same room, that's when you go crazy. And you just your productivity just goes out the window. All right, so you got lunch break, meal prep. For you to have a successful week, you need to be eating consistently. So meal prep, I want you to pick one day every single week that you usually would go grocery shopping. If you go grocery shopping every few days, then all I want you to do is put that in your calendar, like 5 p.m. after work. You might want to go grocery shopping for 30 minutes every 3 days. That's an example. You could also go on a Sunday. Like I like to do mine on a Sunday or a Saturday or even a Friday, depending, what my work schedule is looking like. But I like to just take my time, figure out what I'm going to be eating. You guys don't need to if you've got meal plans. And yeah, meal prep. So a little tip for meal prep all your big meats and the hard stuff first. So the easy stuff like packet rice, you can chuck in the microwave. You don't need to prep that. It's already prepped. Salads and stuff, you don't need to really prep it. Otherwise it's going to go gross. So just prep all your big stuff like chicken breast or maybe like your salmon, but maybe only prep it 3 days at a time. Otherwise it might go to waste. So that's a little tip. Cool, we've got your workouts. We've got your lunch break, we've got your meal prep. That's pretty much it to have your successful day there. But then the last thing is, before we get on to the next thing, is your holidays. So you might not have any holidays booked in right now. You may be thinking, oh, I can't go on a holiday. Oh, I don't know when it's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. I don't care if it's at the end of the year. And you don't even have to call it a holiday. Let's just call it a break for your body. We all need a break for our mind and our physical body. So what I'm going to get you to do right now is have a little think of where in your calendar you can take literally, like, even if it's only 2 days, maybe 1 day a month where you just don't work. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like personally, since I've been like doing every single month, I will purposely go camping. And the reason I go camping is because there's no reception, but I can't talk to anyone. and I'm living in the moment. And you know what? Every time I come back from those trips, I'm a whole new person. I'm so much more positive. I'm happier. I'm at peace. I come up with new ideas. I'm more creative. I'm more productive. And it just goes to show how important it is to take consistent breaks. Because I know a lot of you right now are probably working through your weekends. And when you're doing that, you really need to separate the time periods in your year where you can actually spend some time thinking. Because if you're caught up work, doing one thing after another, you can't, like, your creativity just, again, goes out the window. So does your focus, your productivity. You can only focus on one thing at a time. All right, so have a think about where you want to go, how you're going to do it, and when you're going to do it. Schedule it in right now. Even if you haven't even like thought about it enough, just pick a time and just say maybe July 4th to the 8th, I'm going to go on a holiday, and just put it in your calendar just so you can start planning for it. Simple as that. That's all I want you guys to do. And I want you to start doing this. Depends. You can take small ones quarterly, or you can take one big one at the end of the year. I know people can take months off, but it's really time to get consistent with holidays, and your rest periods are just as important as your work weeks. And it's really hard to believe that and, anticipate that, but it's so important, and you don't realize it until you actually do it. You're like, whoa, okay, I have clarity now because I'm actually rested. So yeah, all right. So next thing is I'm going to show you an exercise. I'm going to put it in the chat box. It's called we'll do the 5 F's exercise first. All right, let me just share this with you guys, and then you guys can open it up as well, and I'll give you the spreadsheet. Just hang on for 2 seconds. Yeah, so grab out your pen and paper and write down the 6 F's. This is a great little exercise to incorporate because we all need to look after all areas of our lives. All right, I've just put in the chat box if you want to have a look at what we're working with. Otherwise, I'm going to share my screen with you. Sorry, the internet's very slow. All right, everyone can see this? Cool. So the 6 F's exercise. So you're going to write down the 6 F's framework. So you're literally going to go F number 1, finance. Family. Leave a bit of space underneath as well so you can actually write. Friends, fitness, faith, and fun. So let me know once you've written all of these down and you've left a bit of space in between, because now we're going to go through it. Welcome, Kim. We're working on the 6 F's framework. So all I want you to do is grab a pen and paper. If you don't have one, you can just think about it or wing it. But basically, I'm going to get you to write this down. The 6 F's framework: finance, family, friends, fitness, and faith. Now, let's work with finance. So these are all different areas of your life that, if you've got a goal to strive for, it's not always about having more, but making sure it's balanced. So when our life is out of balance, we'll find out that other areas of life will start falling apart as well. So finance, I want you to write number 1 underneath it, your number 1 financial goal for 2022. Is it to have so-and-so amount saved? Is it to earn this amount of money? Is it to get a pay rise? Is it to, hit, I don't know, your cryptocurrency goal, whatever you're currently doing with your life? Cool. After that, underneath it, you're going to write how. How are you going to get it? Is it by reaching a certain amount of clients? Is it by doing a few deals? Is it by investing? Is it by making sure every single week you have a budget and you fill out your financial sheet every month? So we've got the goal, how. The last thing under finance you're going to write is that daily action step to move the needle forward. So the daily action step to move the needle forward could simply be reach out to 20 prospects a day. It could be put $20 in my savings account daily. I don't know, that's just like a random idea, but what is the daily action step that you need to hit that number one big goal? If you've already filled out your 90-day action plan, you should already know this. There might be a few action steps that you can implement, but pick the biggest one, the biggest game changer. And it might even be, I need to stop buying coffee and put that in a savings account. So after you've done that, you're going to put that action step in your calendar. So grab out your calendar. If you don't have your calendar on you, just write the side of it when you're going to do it and what time you're going to do it. So you've got the goal, you've got how, and then you've got move the needle forward, schedule it in. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same thing with all of them right now. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. So you're going to think fast. Family. Family goal. You may be thinking like, I don't understand what this really means. Family. It could be making sure you call your mum once a week to make sure you have a chat. It could be spending 30 minutes every evening playing board games with your kids. So number one, we're talking about the goal. All right, so family goal is like time-wise. Family's more, I guess, about time. You might see it as effort, energy, whatever you want to do. How? I guess we've already discussed the how. The goal, I guess, is to spend more time with family or make sure my family's okay or create better relationships. The how is what you're going to do. Spend 30 minutes every night asking how their day was, the kids, I don't know. Making sure maybe every Sunday night you go over to your parents' house and have dinner with them or call your mum or I don't know. These are just key areas of our lives we need to continue striving towards, not to make your life more overwhelming, but so it's balanced. So you've got the goal, you've got the how. What are you going to do daily or weekly to move the needle forward? So again, like I was saying, let's just say, all right, every Wednesday evening, I'm going to call my mum for an hour and speak to her to make sure she's okay, still happy and alive. So schedule that in, put it in your calendar right now. Hey, Greg, sorry, apologies. So what's happening here is it's called the 6S framework. So all you're going to do is grab out a journal. You're going to write down these 6 key pointers: finance, family, friends, fitness, faith, fun. And underneath it, you're going to write, this is each one as well. You're going to write 1, the goal. So finance, it might be to save this amount of money. How? What are you going to do on a daily basis to get there? Oh, sorry, how are you going to do it? So I don't know, put away this amount of money every so-and-so, and I'm going to do it by contacting these people. I don't know. And then the move the needle forward is the daily goal objective. So what are you going to do on a daily basis to get to that big goal? And then you're going to schedule that in. So we're doing that with all of them. All right, friends. If you're already at the very end, keep going. But I'm just giving you examples if you get stuck. Friends, it might be, all right, This could also go with relationships as well, friends and relationships. So you could say, all right, well, every month I'm going to organize a girls' night, or I'm going to make an effort this week to reach out to a new person I've never met before and ask them to go for coffee. Might be to make sure you spend, 2 days a week having a boys' night. I don't know, whatever you guys do. Goal, how, move the needle forward, schedule it in. Same thing. Cool. Same thing with fitness. What's the goal? Is it to lose 5 kilos? If it is, all right, how? Make sure I stick to my 4 days a week exercise program and meal plan. All right, daily moving needle. What do you got to do daily to move the needle forward? All right, I've got to make sure I meal prep on a Sunday. That's a weekly thing. Or daily, I've got to make sure I get to the gym at this time. After you've done that, schedule it in. Faith, I'm not sure what you guys want to do with this one. It could be faith in humanity. It could be religion. It could be universal. I don't know. You do you. Faith could be, make sure, I don't know, if you believe in God, it could be make sure I don't know, get closer to him, learn more about him. I don't know. The how, make sure I spend 30 minutes a night studying his word. Another thing could be, I guess you could do daily devotion. I don't know, that could be moving the needle forward. Or if you don't have any religion or faith at all, you could just say, all right, well, how can I manifest this? Or how am I going to do that? All right, I'm going to say my affirmations daily and I'm going to do meditation. It could be your daily moving needle forward, meditate for 5 minutes. That's all you have to do every day. Say my affirmations and then go for a walk. And then schedule it in. And then fun. We all have to have fun, otherwise life is boring. Cool. What is the goal? The goal is literally just to have fun, right? But what does fun mean to you? Does it mean spending time with your kids? Does it mean laughing? Does it mean going to cocktails? I don't know. What's the goal? To have fun. Is it to get rid of all the thoughts about work, to actually be able to relax? How are you going to do that? Again, you could organize a girls' night once a month. You could go to a theme park, spend time with your kids, go to the beach, organize a holiday. Go watch a movie you've been meaning to watch for a while. What are you going to do on a daily basis to have fun, to move the needle forward? Make sure I spend 10 minutes, or you could say 30 minutes watching my favorite TV show if you find that fun. Make sure you're spending time with your kids running around the park if you find that fun. Schedule it in, put it in. All right, so we've spent a long time on this. So you know what we're doing, schedule it in, implement into your lives, and you're going to start seeing amazing results. So this is it here. So the next one is you're going to need a fresh page for this. This is exciting, this one, because this is like a journaling exercise and you can spend hours on this. You can spend as long as you want. So we're just going to start today and then you'll finish it in your spare time. So how do I get there? Turn why into how. So this is a really great exercise. It's a brainstorming exercise for yourself. So what we're going to do is ask yourself, what do I want? What's the big goal? So let's just say you had absolutely no limiting beliefs whatsoever. Nothing. There's nothing you holding you back. Not money, not your family, not your limiting beliefs, not your, who you are as a person, how good you are at something. There's absolutely no limiting beliefs. Think about it right now. What do I want in life? What's the big goal? Write it down. It might be to be debt-free. It might be to move states and start a family. I don't know. All right. And then you've got your big goal, right? So instead of asking yourself, why can't I get there? Or why isn't this happening? Why do I want to do this? You ask yourself, how? It's a direct response. How are you going to get debt free? How are you going to move states? How are you going to mend your relationship with your family? I don't know. How? Write a few sentences down. Sometimes a really hard confronting exercise, actually. So just take your time. Right, a little thing to help you guys if you're struggling. So you've got your how will you get there? You just keep asking yourself how. It's literally, that's it. All right, let's use the example of being debt free. All right, by the end of 2022, I want to be debt free. That's an example, guys. All right, you have that at the top of your page. You say to yourself, how am I going to get debt free? All right, I need to put this amount of money into this account. I need to call this bank and cancel this and blah, 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 blah. Do your research. That's what your homework is. Do your research if you don't know how. Write down the action steps to get there. All right, so once that's done, now what? Oh, you just got to be disciplined into not spending too much. All right, how the heck do I stay disciplined? Oh, I've got to create good habits. How do I create good habits? I stick to sustainable habits on a daily basis. And when it feels uncomfortable, I do it anyway. You might have to get rid of your buying coffees for a while. You might have to stop buying random stuff. I remember when I first started, it was a long time ago now, with the coaching company. And we're all obviously trying to invest. And the guy was like, guys, stop buying stupid shit all the time. People would just buy the most random stuff, and I would as well. I'd be like, well, when you go into a cheap shop and you're like, oh, this is cool, I've never seen this before, and you just buy it for absolutely no reason. Anyway, that's a good habit to get into, to not buy random stuff. Everything has a purpose. Kim knows all about this. Everything has a purpose. Minimalistic lifestyle. Alrighty, cool. Grab out your journal and start brainstorming how. So that's your exercise. That's your brainstorming exercise. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen with you. I want everyone to unmute. Make sure everybody is here. Okay. Everybody unmute. If you don't want to unmute, that's okay. I'll forgive you. All right. Biggest takeaway from today's session. What did you learn? What are you going to do moving forward? Richard, you start.
Just got to dig deeper into each one by figuring the how instead of just the why.
Perfect. Awesome. Kurt, what about you? Kurt doesn't seem to be there. Phil.
Just how to go about scheduling better so that I'm able to accomplish the goals in a shorter space of time.
Perfect. Amazing. What about you, Igor?
It's an interesting exercise with 6 Fs. I just realized that in a couple of categories I have to think about goals. I can't think of any on top of my head. And some other categories I have a whole list of half a dozen things that just pop in. So I need to spend a little more time thinking those through.
That's awesome. And that's it. Like, you can't make any kind of change unless you're confronted with what's really happening in your life. So awesome. Nice work. Kim, what about you?
Break it down step by step, smaller goals that you achieve.
Perfect. Awesome. Amazing. And Greg?
Daily actions and sticking to them, being consistent with them.
Perfect. Amazing. Well done, guys. So what we went through today, I'm going to send the recording into the group, I'll send you an email of the recording. You can watch it back for people who missed the start of it. So what we started with was a little intent. The 6 F's and why, how exercise. I will put that in a bit of a summary. I'll send it to you guys. But as well, I'm thinking for the next one, I'll do something else, but on top of that, there's this thing called, it's like the 2 cents rounds. And I love it because I'm a problem solver. I love problem solving. I was thinking, let me know what you guys think. You can go away and have a think about it. But what I'm thinking about doing is maybe like once a month, we all get together and you put your 2 cents in. So this is how it works. A lot of other people do this, like quite large creek. Trying to think of his name. Anyway, I'll let you know. But basically, it's an awesome exercise. It's like a round table. So let's pretend we're sitting in a round table. Every person has like an issue or a problem they might bring up. That might be, oh my gosh, I'm struggling to wake up in the morning every day. I don't know what to do. Like, I know this is the issue, this is that. But everyone has a problem or an issue. If you don't have any, it's fine. You can come up with maybe like a question or something else. And what everyone does is they get 30 seconds to solve the problem, thinking out of their own head. And it forces you to put yourself on the spot and you actually come up with awesome new creative ideas. So, quick example. All right, I'm struggling to get to bed on time. That's just an example. All right. And then I might go, all right, Richard might go, 30 seconds, timer starts now. Okay, have you tried this? Oh, I've been trying this. I believe that if you do this, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, doing this allows you to come up with different types of answers that you may not have even thought of. So working together as a community to solve an issue or a problem that's going on in your life, I have found to be extremely beneficial. Plus, it's kind of fun. You come up with new ideas and new things. So let me know what your thoughts are. Send me a message. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's session.
Thanks, Hope.
See you guys. Have a good day. You're welcome.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Holly.
very much. Yeah.
You're welcome. Bye.